Hi, welcome. Rich Ventura, Vice President of B2B at Sony, and we want to welcome you to an RVonAV. And I'm right now live coming from Sony's offices in 25 Madison, and we are at the Sony Roadshow. This is during New York Digital Signage Week, and we are so excited to have you out here. And what better way to start us than look, we're right behind me, our amazing 100-inch product from our BZ40 series. This showcases all the amazing technology from Sony with our system on a chip, our XR processor, our integrations with all of our partners. And by the way, we're going to enter a room here in a little bit and we're going to show you some amazing integrations that we have with our partners. Before we do that, I do want to show you what we've been up to for the last 2 years, and it's just amazing things that have been happening here at Sony. Pretty amazing what we've been up to these last 2 years. And you really, to kick it off, and we talk a lot about our Pro BRAVIA lineup, and what better way than to have Karim from our SSE team here to talk to you about what we're showcasing this week. Karim, how's it going?
It's going great. Thank you.
Excellent. So what are we showing this week?
Well, today we're showing our BRAVIA lineup. Our BRAVIA lineup is broken down into 2 categories. To the right over here, I have my consumer Pro models, the X75K, as well as the X80K. The X75K as well as the X80K, RF tuner, landscape, as well as 16.7 utilization. When I move into my commercial Pro modes, we're looking at the BZ40H and our BZ30J. You'll notice with my BZ40H model series here, we have a touchscreen overlay partnered with TSI Touch. It allows me to actually touch the display screen as it wakes up here, and really creates for a multi-touch application. And again, as I said before, 10-point touch. When I move down, I have my BZ32 over here, BZ30J. And with the BZ30J, it allows for applications such as the system on chip, which allows you to run multiple applications like multi-display, system on chip applications like web UI, as well as promo settings.
Some pretty exciting product, huh, Karim?
Yes, sir.
What do you think the best thing, if we think about what we've done the last 2 years, even the last 6 months, what's your favorite thing that we've done with the BRAVIAs?
Our partnerships with the alliance partners, which allows you to sit there and run their applications internally on our displays, eliminating the need for like media players or set-top boxes.
Excellent. Well, Karim, thank you as always, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so we're going to take off and walk over here and check out our other great technology, which is our SRD displays. And I have Jay Leedy from our business development team who's going to talk a bit about SRD. Jay, how's it going?
Great, Rich. How are you doing?
Good. So tell us, what is SRD?
SRD is spatial reality display. This is a very unique product in the market that uses a camera to acquire an individual's eyes and track their eyes to create a stereoscopic effect, just like the old Viewmasters that we used to play with as kids. This can allow you to see images in 3D without having to wear glasses or immerse yourself in a virtual reality rig. A number of applications And Rich, if you want to step forward, see how this spatial reality display currently says that it can't see you, but once it sees your eyes, it'll change the perspective based on how you're looking into that view. Number of applications from architectural to real estate, medical applications and DICOM viewing, as well as what we're really excited about in volumetric capture. We're working with a number of Sony music artists to capture them and ensure that they can remain consistently represented from the physical to the virtual world and back again.
Excellent. So Jay, we think about how far this product's come on board. I mean, when I first came out, came on to Sony, I remember we're talking about this. This truly is a game changer for Sony. It's a game changer for the industry.
Totally unique product, and we think that we're just now scratching the surface on where the applications really open up in distance learning and allowing people to really make a conceptual leap from physical to conceptual three-dimensional space with the help of this, and not having to have the fatigue entailed in being immersed in a VR rig while they're doing that work. Really great product for a reference monitor for creative agencies that are developing these types of assets and doing these types of services, with a flat screen that can be used for primary design, and then an SRD monitor that can really be used to ensure consensus on a particular project in real time.
Like we always say, Sony, we're always pushing the envelope. So I'm really excited about
right.
this product. So thanks a lot, Jay.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So now we're going to walk over and check out the other part of our products. And, we are a visual company, and Sony is really, really strong when it comes into the camera space. And one big area that we focus on is around our SRG and our PTZ cameras. And I've got Ken here to talk a bit about what's new at Sony. So Ken, how are we doing?
Good.
Good. It's pretty exciting stuff with our
Yep.
cameras, right?
Yep.
Why don't you tell everybody what we're showing?
Yep. I'm happy to introduce our imaging products. This is one of the reasons why Sony can be the best partner of yours, because we both have the cameras and displays. So today we are showing our SLG series 4K PTZ camera, pan tilt zoom cameras. And this one is actually the new one. We won the Best of the Show Infocom this June. And this can be controlled with our professional controller with smoothness and accuracy of professional quality. And this one also can easily recall the preset position with one button. Oh, sorry. And also we have unique product like beamforming microphone. This one is a ceiling microphone, easy to install, and with only one Ethernet cable. Other than these unique imaging products, we have Edge AI analytics that can be utilized for education, corporate, creative presentation. So please visit our product Sony.com web and find out more. Thank you, Rich.
Oh, thanks, Ken. So think about these last 2 years, this space, the camera space, it's been so important when it comes into what we've been dealing with COVID. And I think as Sony, we're a leader in this space. It's got to be a really exciting time for you to see what we're doing and how do we attack this market with our partners.
Yes, now everybody understands that the power of image is really, really important and helpful to our industry. So, yeah, that's our time to provide both the visual, the power of image and the power of visuals. So,
Excellent. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Ken.
Thank you.
So, it wouldn't be a Sony event without showing Crystal LED. We always got to make sure we show Crystal LED, and this is one of my favorite products that we have. I love all of our products, but we really love our Crystal LED. And I'm going to have Chris Swartz here talk about this beautiful wall behind us.
I know you love it, and I know you want it in your living room, but I'm not sure that's going to happen, Rich.
Oh.
So this is our Crystal LED. This is a C series. We have two series. We have the C series and the B series. You can think of them, it's easy to remember them because the C series is for high contrast. The B series is for brightness. So with the C series, you have a glossy, deep black finish, which is kind of more like a TV experience, actually. It's great for light-controlled environments. We're looking at a 1.2 millimeter. We have 1.2 millimeter and 1.5 millimeter for both series. So let me tell you a little bit about the B series really quickly before we move on. But the B series is it's just brighter, right? This one is 800 for the C. The B is 1,000 nits brighter, so it's 1,800 nits. That's more for kind of lobbies where you've got a lot of light, where you can't control the lighting environment. You don't get the kind of reflections in the B series that you get with this. If image quality is what you're after, the C series is where it's at, but the B series is just right behind it.
So Chris, we talk about applications, and obviously we talk about lobbies and stuff like that, but I know we also have a huge focus in virtual production.
We do, and that's a B series, pretty much exclusively
Yeah,
B series.
Exactly, but what's the unique thing that Sony brings to the table when we talk about virtual production? Because we have a lot of uniqueness that no one else can do.
I would say that the most unique function of the B series for virtual production is the size of the pixels. The standard in the industry right now is like 2.5 millimeter pixel pitch. Right now we have the 1.2 and 1.5. So that gives you a capability of getting closer to the screen without experience those Moire problems that you would have normally with a 2.5 or even bigger.
Yeah, and the great thing about us as Sony is we own probably the second most important thing behind the wall. We own Venice cameras.
Yeah, that's exactly right. When you pair these two together, the color science behind it they really tie in together, and we can do that shooting with the camera, and we can do the virtual production with the background, and we can do the high-end like color calibration with our high-end monitors as well. So we've got the whole thing soup to nuts, and we make content.
Exactly, and I think that's probably the biggest thing about Sony is we are a content company who makes the most amazing technology, cameras, displays, you go down the list of it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
So, as Karim talked about, one of the most important things these last couple of years is our partnerships. And what we're going to do is go spend some time with our alliance partners who chose to be with us this week. And we've got different partners, whether it's going to be around control, content, digital signage, mounting, infrastructure, you name it. And we're going to start with just an amazing partnership we have with our friends at Crestron. And Bob, thanks for attending.
Rich, as always, thanks a lot for the opportunity to join Sony at these events. So what we're demonstrating here is, Karim mentioned it earlier about native applications. I like to refer to this as a integrated ecosystem. So what you're looking at here is a Sony BRAVIA, which contains natively in the display's firmware Crestron's control technology called Crestron Connected and Crestron's XIO cloud technology. Why is this important? In the conference room, you have the ability to control the display's most common features, right? Input selection, volume, video mute, and all of that from either a web UI on your laptop or a Crestron touchscreen on a boardroom table. The AV administrator in his NOC center has the ability to remotely look at the device's settings. Things like monitoring its online, its offline status, set events, turn the display on or off at a certain set of intervals. Why that's important? A lot of buildings are moving toward a green initiative, right? So Sony and Crestron could actually save the building considerable amounts on their energy consumption. Another device that we have here sitting underneath the display is our Ear Media solution. Ear Media is another integrated part of this whole solution set here. What Ear Media is doing is it's wirelessly presenting content to the BRAVIA display. The other ability in terms of integration with Sony is that player actually has digital signage applications, some of which are in the showcase here, right? So again, the partnership has been overwhelmingly impressive. Sony continues to invest in the technology to make sure that our mutual end clients have an ecosystem of integrated solutions to really maximize their investment in both Sony and Crestron.
So Bob, I think you remember, I think it was the day I started at Sony or one of my first calls, and I said, okay, we need to elevate partnerships.
Right.
And our focus is, those who know me really well know, partnerships are the most important thing because we can deliver amazing screens, but if we don't have the software, we don't have the control, we don't have the mounts, all we're doing is delivering amazing screens.
Right, right. Yeah, and the story I like to tell is the first day Rich joined, I was one of his first calls. And on my phone, I didn't recognize the number. He goes, hey, it's me. And I'm like, who are you? And he goes, it's Rich. First day at Sony. You're my first call. I want the entire ecosystem to be enabled with Crestron. I'm like, I can make that happen. But it goes, joking aside, the fact that Sony provides the development support and resources is what really helped us get here together, right? Firmware lead times, and you're building displays now in technology for a year out, right? So the ability to put your resources in touch with us, our teams collaborate, we do the development so that we can stay in the forefront of this integration is why this is so successful. So again, from Crestron's perspective, I want to thank you for the support. It's been overwhelming. It's been fantastic.
Well, definitely those who are looking from the distance watching this, please, please, please go spend some time with our friends at Crestron. Look at their product. I mean, the XIO integration is amazing. We're really excited about that.
Great.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks again.
Thanks. So now we're going to start talking about digital signage software. And that was my other big thing when I came on board. I looked at it and said, how do we embrace and build an ecosystem? And it's all about our partnerships. And the first partner we're going to talk to is our friends at Spectrio.
How you doing, Rich?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Tell everybody about Spectrio.
Sure, so Spectrio is a digital signage content and content management company. We're here showing off our content management platform running on Sony's BRAVIA SoC. So we're really excited to announce this partnership with Sony and launch this product to the public.
Cool. So what's special about Spectrio? I mean, a lot of people don't know who you guys are, or they might know you from different parts of Spectrio, right?
So Spectrio actually has been around for some time, over 30 years. We really got our start in-store music and messaging, but over the past 20 years really have transitioned to focus about 80% of our business on digital signage content management, primarily through acquisition. So you may not have heard of the Spectrio name, but you've probably heard of names like Industry Weapon, Ping HD, Nplug, all companies that we've acquired over the past few years, and we're able to offer those solutions to our customers through Spectrio today. Another big part of our business and what I feel really differentiates us in the market is our focus on support and content creation and content strategy. So we really like to work with our clients to not only just give them a powerful software platform, but also give them the strategy and really consult with them to make sure that the content that they're putting on these screens is helping them achieve business goals.
Excellent, excellent. Now, this was one of the big things. I mean, Bob mentioned earlier when we talked about Crestron. One of the most important things I said day one to everybody in my team, we have to be easier to work with, we have to be aligned in the industry, and this shows the alignment in what we're doing. So we're really excited to have you on board.
Us too.
Excellent, excellent. So now the next company most people know. They're not, they are one of the industry stalwarts when we look at it when it comes to mounting, but a lot of people don't realize they do more than just mounts. This is our friends over at Peerless, and that was our other big thing when I came on board is how do we embrace and build a stronger relationship with the mount companies, with the infrastructure companies, especially when we start looking at direct view LED. So Brian, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Rich. Yeah, with direct view LED, it is a challenge. The whole goal is to have these beautiful displays that Sony produces be seamless. And that requires a very complex mounting solution from standard mounts to custom mounts that we refer to as bespoke. We can do almost any application that you need, but we need to get involved early with the architects, the designers, and even the end users, because we actually get involved in providing structural solutions because there's no such thing as a flat wall. And if you're going to spend millions of dollars on some of these direct view LEDs and want perfect, precise positioning of the pixels, we can do that every time as long as you get us involved early. And again, that's thanks to the partnership we have with the Sony development team and everybody across the board with Sony, as well as in our engineers and our product managers to make sure that things happen well.
Yeah, and I think Brian, so it's kind of, I feel like a broken record, but when I first came on, all of you got phone calls from me, and I said, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to work together. We're going to closely. What are we doing good together? What aren't we doing together? And I think I've seen our teams come so much closer together and doing a lot of amazing business together.
Yeah, our teams partner together out in the field early and often when we have conversations. I think communication is the biggest key factor of it. Rather than just being focused on, like you say, selling just displays, that's not the end result. If all you're doing is selling boxes, that's not going to get you where you need to be in the future and having a complete solution. And I think that what you've been able to do here at Sony with all of your alliance partners, that makes a lot of sense. And that's what the end customers want, is a solution, not a product.
Yep, perfect. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to now go back over into the software space. We spent some time with mounts, we had control, and we did digital signage, and we're going to talk to our friends over at SkyKit. Corey, how are we doing?
Good. Thanks, Rich, for having us again. Really appreciate being here. So SkyKit, we are a digital signage content management solution provider. We were born in the cloud, and since then we have elevated our solutions and to be able to provide more. So we have workplace experience applications as well as control solutions. But really one of the key differentiators within our digital signage application is our ability to showcase real-time data that lives behind login credentials. So gone are the days of kind of the content. Yes, that's important, but really making those key decisions based on the real-time data is one of the main differentiators for us.
Excellent. So those who don't know SkyKit, and I think I've had a long-standing partnership with their CEO, the thing that we've always loved is just all the unique applications and design and everything like that. And I think taking much more of a customer-centric approach to things. And I've been really excited watching the organization grow. And we're definitely, those who aren't familiar with any of these partners, Spectrio, SkyKit, as well as the other two I'm going to talk about here in a second, Navori and Corbett, we highly, highly recommend engage with them because they're here to make your lives easier.
Exactly. We have all of our developers in-house, so if it is a custom project, feel free to reach out to us. We are more than happy just to collaborate with them and make sure that we are providing those best solutions.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Corey.
Thanks.
All right. So next our partner, and this was one of the actual first ones when I came on board that we started talking to, was our friends at Navori.
Thanks, Rich. First, I'd like to just say that we're really grateful to be here with Sony and really excited to showcase our products alongside Sony. So let's take a look at what we have today. First, behind me, you can see the Navori Labs player client running directly natively on the Sony system-on-chip panel. So to give anyone a little bit of background, Navori Labs has been in software engineering for about 24 years now. We're a global software engineering company, and we've been able to take our 24 years of experience in building playback technology and port all of that onto the Sony display to take advantage of their powerful Android system to bring everything that Navori is capable of right to the table. So very excited on how we're performing on that system. On top of that, we're also showcasing our AI platform. So I'm going to look at this screen and you'll be able to notice that it's tagging me and it's starting to assign data to me. What this is also doing is communicating that information in real time to the player that's running on the BRAVIA display in order to create contextualized content. So it can quite literally optimize the playback experience based on what's happening in the physical space. So that could be based off of how many people are there. That could be based off of how long a wait time might be, or gender, or age, or dwell time, or gaze. So lots of ways that you could leverage that type of technology. Lastly, over here you can see our dashboard where post-playback you can analyze and get a much better understanding for how the signage performed and actually correlate every piece of content that played in order to measure its performance. So ultimately what we're doing is we're trying to level up traditional digital signage to give you tools to measure and benchmark its performance so you can continue to justify further investment in moving the digital transformation forward.
Yeah, and I think, Jeff, last night we had the Digital Signage Federation in our offices, and I think one of the things we talked last night about was analytics. And I think if we think back 2 or 3 years ago, everyone was scared of cameras, scared of the data that we're gathering, scared of all the things we're doing. But I think we've seen such a transformation, and people are wanting to see that. They want to get more of that data. I mean, this is definitely amazing. I know you and I have always talked about the importance of data. As you're talking to customers, this has to be like one of the biggest topics they want to talk about.
100% Rich. So you're right on point. I think that people are at a point with digital signage where they've seen the signage market mature. Everybody understands the importance of having good playback and strong content delivery capabilities. But now people are saying, how do we go further? How do I make sure that I'm optimizing the experience and that what I'm showing is relevant to my audience? People are more distracted today than they ever were before. They have more sources of information, so we're constantly fighting for that person's attention. So a system like a Quadgy combined with digital signage gives us the ability, leveraging the Sony Bravia with a low hardware footprint, to create a fully intelligent AI experience. And after that, measure to prove the performance. So it's there's no more guessing. You know exactly how you performed. You know which content mix is best.
Excellent. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you for having us, Rich.
Oh, we're excited to have all of our partners here. Thank you very much. So we look at the last partner here, and I hate to say last, but they're last in the line, and this is our friends at Corbett. And those who don't know Corbett, I definitely want to give them an opportunity to explain a little bit about them, but they're an amazing partner for Sony as well.
Thanks, Rich. Hi, everybody. John Scarry from Corbett. Great to be here with you today. We are a AV Alliance partner of Sony, and today we are showing Corbett's digital signage software. The digital signage software, very easy to download within a matter of seconds, going directly to the Sony App Store and downloading it.
Excellent. So if we talk about Corbett, and I know a lot about your DNA, and I don't think a lot of people know the DNA of Corbett. It's more than just a signage platform.
It is. It is. The digital signage is only one small part of the platform.
Okay.
The larger platform is called the Corbett Anywhere platform. And what it is it's a omni-channel content management platform. And the power of it is that you can create content once and you can push to all of those multiple channels, whether it's digital signage, web, mobile, desktop, kiosks, and more.
Excellent, excellent. And I know all of our partners, very strong channel relationships, and that's why they're part of this Alliance program. So it's really critical that you engage with every one of these partners.
Absolutely. It's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we gave you a nice little glimpse of what we're doing this week here at our roadshow. And we've got a lot of great things going on here, whether it's our partners. And if you remember at Infocom, we had our partners. We talked about our people. We talked about our products and our panels. So here it's all about the partners. It's about our products and, of course, about our people. And what I'm really excited about, we go back to the product side, is we made two really nice and really exciting announcements today. The first was we announced a brand new line of projectors, our PHD 51 and 61, which is some of our most popular projectors. The other thing is Sony has come back into the audio space, and we launched our line array audio solution. And you hear this new tagline, Sony's bringing back the audio in AV. And with that, I'm really excited to hand this off to Terrence Boyd from our business management team to really talk to you about all these great products. So Terrence, here you go.
All right. Thank you so much, Rich. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today for a special Tech Tuesday edition, as we're here this gorgeous fall week at Sony Square 25 Madison during our second annual B2B AV Tech Expo. My name is Terrence Boyd, and I am the U.S. Senior Product Marketing Manager for our line of Pro Projection and Sound Solutions. This week, we're launching two new products into the North American market, an all-new ultra-compact laser projector and a new line array speaker solution that further expands our B2B family of commercial AV solutions. So let's start things off with the newest addition to our Pro Projection lineup. The evolution of our ecosystem of class-leading large display solutions, inclusive of the B and C series crystal LED, Pro BRAVIA, and Pro Projection displays, continues this week as we introduce our smartest and brightest fixed lens ultra-compact projector to date, the all-new VPL PHZ 61 and PHZ 51 WUXGA laser projectors. These new PHZ series models continue Sony's heritage of image quality by using the latest 3LCD technology to deliver up to 7,000 lumens of center brightness with the VPL PHZ 61. Our new PHZ models also pack in the latest software feature sets, previously only found on our mid-range installation class projectors, like the ever-popular FHC 8 series. Finally, our newest PHZ models also include new filter management and dust mitigation technologies that greatly extend the projector's duty cycle and optimizes TCO beyond any of our current ultra-compact projection systems. So how can operators of the new PHZ 61 and 51 work brighter, smarter, and longer? Let's spend some time digging in a bit deeper on this. The all-new VPL PHZ 61 and 51 is designed especially for those 50-seat meeting spaces and classrooms that usually use up to about 120-inch screen size. With 7,000 center brightness lumens, the PHZ 61 can display around 540 nits on screen when using a 120-inch 1.0 gain screen, roughly the same brightness as a flat panel display. The 7,000 center brightness lumens now also gives integrators and end users alike a new fixed lens Sony option to go after and spec projects with that brightness requirement. To further improve upon this new range of brightness, we also include our BrightView signal processing technology to help increase signal level without the color blowout often experienced with conventional signal processing. Further advancing the performance is the use of our intelligent settings software. This allows the operator to optimize the projector performance based on its location and use. For instance, in meeting rooms or classrooms, intelligent settings will prioritize the settings for clarity first. In a museum, it may prioritize color accuracy first. In an entertainment setting, it might focus on vivid color reproduction first. Intelligent settings will also make the projector more reliably stable by controlling its laser output and cooling systems. This can also ensure that the projector lasts longer and shines brighter over time. With our new Intelligent Settings version 3.0, the projector can now match the viewing experience with the environment by leveraging the onboard ambiance light sensor, which will adjust image brightness to the room lighting conditions. If you're familiar with our family of Sony 3LCD laser projectors, you may have heard about our reality creation process. This is a Sony unique signal processing technology that improves image clarity by tapping into our picture pattern database to repixel the image frame by frame in real time. And did you know that Sony has been continuously refining this pattern database for the last 10 years? Let's take that a step further. For the first time, we've taken reality creation plus reality text, previously found on our ever-popular FHC8 series, and are now including it in the new PHZ61 and PHZ51 series projectors. Viewing text-based documents and imagery has never been easier, sharper, and cleaner, which can potentially aid in reducing eye strain and fatigue. Managing distributed 4K content over multi-format and multi-resolution display types has even become an increasing challenge for AV teams. Sony is making it easier to spend less time managing this part of the user experience by increasing our previous 4K 30p input support to 4K 60p, allowing for the playback of 4K HDCP content across the new PHZ61 and 51 series at WUXGA resolutions. Whatever we can do to eliminate signal connection issues, especially in mixed applications that also use flat panel displays, is a win for AV teams and the overall user experience. We've also included a host of new conveniences to make life easier for the AV teams managing their network of projection systems. With the cloning features, once the installation of the first projector is complete, an operator can copy key settings from the first projector to all subsequent projectors via a full or partial replication process. Auto power on and input auto detect helps simplify operations as well, either to quickly wake up sleeping projectors from standby mode or by making the desired input selection process a breeze. Now, let's take a look at some of the key improvements we've made with the dust filtration and mitigation systems. We took a step back and we really went to work redesigning some of the key air filter management processes so that the operator can minimize physical interactions with the projection unit. By optimizing the filter material, we've been able to improve the mean time between filter cleanings from 1,500 hours up to 10,000 hours. That essentially means cleaning is no longer required for the most meeting room and classroom use cases where dust density is 0.03 milligrams per cubic meter. At an annual average usage of 1,500 hours, that's nearly 7 years of use. For the VPL PHZ61 and PHZ51 series, we've also added a new filter clogging sensor to inform operators proactively when the filter cleaning does become required. Conventional projectors will often use a temperature-based sensor. However, with the clogging sensor, you can use the projector worry-free, even in dusty environments. We've also listened to our customers and improved on the design of the filter access. Previously, the projector would require an operator to dismount the projector from the ceiling mount in order to access that air filter. Now, an operator can simply slide the air filter carriage out from the side of the projector to discharge or reinsert the filter. We hope you don't have to actually access the filter based on these improvements we've just discussed. But if you do, we've made the process simpler, quicker, and painless. Even the best of us are constantly learning to do things better for you. So that's our short introduction and quick look at the new VPL PHC61 and PHC51 series of ultra-compact laser projectors. Now, let's switch tracks a bit and talk about Sony's latest sound innovation for the US commercial AV market, our new SLS-1A powered line array speaker. As the AV market has experienced tremendous growth in display innovation over recent years, the term AV has morphed into an idea focused primarily on the displays themselves. There are very few companies that can leverage the power and ubiquity of its brand to provide a seamless end-to-end ecosystem of products and solutions that can harness the spirit of Kondo, a spirit of harmony and completeness invoked by the experience a user has emotionally, in this case, with a brand and its products. At Sony, we're putting the audio back into AV. Our customers are now able to lean on a single brand with deep expertise to pair both the visual and sound experience together across education, business, entertainment, and digital signage applications. Our rich heritage with sound dates back to the days of Sony's earliest products, from our G-type reel-to-reel audio players to the famous C37A condenser microphone, a favorite of old Blue Eyes himself, Frank Sinatra. We entered into the era of wireless microphones with the CR4 wireless system in 1962. Our sound journey evolved to witness the beginnings of the compact disc era, with CD mastering bringing about the early digital audio processors like the PCM 1630. Next up were the large format digital mixing consoles and wireless contributions into the broadcast industry. Today, our Pro Studio headphones have led as a platinum standard, and our ever-evolving line of high-res microphones continue that platinum standard as well in the commercial sound industry. It's here, within the heart of our storied sound history, where we find the beginnings of a new future in commercial sound innovations. By tapping into this rich history, Sony has created the all-new SLS-1A, an ideal sound reinforcement partner for large flat panel displays and projectors. In contrast with normal point source speakers, the SLS-1A offers a large sweet spot that can be accurately controlled for clear, consistent sound over a wide listening area in any venue, from corporate showrooms, entrance lobbies, and retail spaces to lecture halls and auditoriums. With its fine beam control, the SLS-1A is expertly suited to providing even sound coverage in venues regardless of shape. The finely controlled beam is also particularly suited to providing even sound coverage in venues like auditoriums with a raked floor. Compact yet powerful, the SLS-1A's slim profile delivers high sound pressure levels, and its modular design enables flexible installation and expansion up to 6 units per vertical or horizontal array. Sony has even created an innovative flat and square speaker diaphragm design that uses magnetic fluid suspension versus traditional dampers to help reduce distortion versus traditional point source speakers. To optimize the audio for each unique installation environment, the SLS-1A has an onboard DSP that operates at up to 96 kilohertz sample rate. This powerful DSP enables it to be configured with an FIR or finite impulse response filter. This results in precise control of the beam and can be customized for each environment. The SLS-1A also supports Dante networks, replacing traditional high impedance connections with IP networks. But I'd also like to share what the new SLS-1A really addresses when it comes to some of the key objectives and outcomes of audio design. In the commercial AV space today, we've grown to rely on virtual video meetings so heavily, so speech intelligibility is a critical piece of the virtual meeting experience. With our patented speaker design, the SLS-1A targets to improve this critical element. The built-in amplification and DSP also ensure that we deliver uniform sound over the entire listening area with less loss over distance. Through our beam steering capabilities, we're able to address the needs of the total audience experience at every listening position, regardless of the acoustic challenges associated with the irregular architecture in listening spaces. The SLS-1A gives everyone that sweet spot experience. Designers are also able to expand the line array capabilities with both traditional vertical and now horizontal positioning, thanks to the build design of the SLS-1A. Thanks to many other onboard features, we're able to elegantly simplify the overall installation, requiring fewer components, reduced installation time, and overall costs. Because of its size and modularity, one size can truly fit all. The SLS-1A is also designed to compete where it counts most, audio quality. With the SLS-1A powered line array speaker, Sony is truly putting the audio back into AV. So this brings us to the end of our new product introduction Tech Tuesday. If you would like to learn more about either the new VPL PHZ61 and PHZ51 series laser projectors, or the SLS-1A powered line array speaker, I invite you to connect with your channel partner, Sony account manager, or with one of our sales support engineers, any of whom would be glad to assist with your needs. As well, please feel free to drop me a line at terrence.boyd@sony.com. Stay tuned, as we'll have another Tech Tuesday later this month, where we'll dig more into the sound arena and take a closer look at the advantages of line array versus traditional point source sound solutions, and more about our new SLS-1A powered line array speaker. Have a great week, everyone.